Hello, I'm Kripashankar here, and my institute is GRE Krupa, which is located in Nallakunta Vegetable Market, Hyderabad. My personal cell number is 98495 and now we're going to discuss mnemonics. MNEMONICS. Mnemonics means memory techniques or methods, various methods used to improve memory and retention. One of the biggest problems that most students face is remembering a large number of words which is absolutely necessary for the GRE. Now, let us first examine what are the reasons why we forget. Why do we forget? We forget basically because we are learning these words with probably a wrong or a negative attitude. We are learning them because we have to take the test. We fail to understand that English is such a powerful language, and as it stands today all over the world, of course we are not going to China or Japan or probably Germany. We are likely to go to US and probably those places where English is likely to be spoken very widely. So English is going to determine your success. Your English is you. People are going to judge you based on your English. If you simply speak reasonably good English, it's not sufficient. As you go up into the higher echelons, higher rungs of society, higher levels, ECHELON, echelon is a rung, a level in the hierarchy. As you go up the ladder, people will judge you based on your ability to convince them using the right kind of words. An extensive vocabulary is indicative of a very capable and competent person who is knowledgeable and who does not waste words, who uses the right word for every situation, and he can get his message across very effectively. So, English is the key for your success today. That's how it stands. And what are you all looking for? You want to be successful in your academics, be a big man someday. And if you want that, you badly want that, you better start taking a great amount of interest in English and you will love the language. This is one language which is absorbed from virtually every other language. And all knowledge is linguistic. All knowledge is linguistic. All the words, all the concepts, philosophies, everything is in words. You know a large number of words, it simply means that you have a lot of knowledge. It's as simple as that. I can in fact say boldly that I have read all the books in the world. Now, this is an overstatement, a hyperbole, but I can defend it by saying that I have read the entire dictionary. If I have read the entire dictionary, I have read virtually every word that's there in every book, provided it's in English. That simply means that I have read all the books. Right? Okay friends, anyway, basically love for English. If you love it, you will remember the words. Well, that's one point. Point number 2, we don't use these words which we learn. If we were to use them regularly, we are less likely to forget them. Then your question will be, where do I use them? Then my question will be, who is limiting you? Well, answer that. Who is limiting you? You yourself. In your presentations, in your speeches, in your talks, when you are chatting with your friends on the net. Now you will tell me they'll laugh. Fine, let them laugh. In fact, after some time, you can probably convince them. This is good because they'll also learn English. You are finding an excuse not to use the words. Why don't you put up posters? You see, my institute is plastered with posters on all the walls. And you know why I do that? I do that because every time I look at the board, every time I look at these posters, those words, get imprinted in my mind. That's how it is. That's point number 2. Now the third thing. Can we, let's say, find a smarter, better way? Well, we can, using a simple technique which I'm going to describe right now to you. Take a word, listen carefully, take a word in English, a GRE word, a word which you have to remember. Take that and break that word Now, breaking that word simply means you break it into as many pieces as possible phonetically. For example, Jeremiad, Jeremiad, Jeremiad means a sorrowful song. It means sorrowful song, एडुस्तु पाडिना पाटा, रोते हुए गाए सो गाना. अब ये Jeremiad कोई गारंटी नहीं है कि कल हम याद रखेंगे. We will not గుర్తుంటుందని ఏం గ్యారంటీ లేదు. సో చాలా సింపుల్. Jeremiad అన్న వర్డ్ని విరక్కొడితే జెర్రీ అని ఒక వర్డ్ వస్తుంది. उसको तोड़े तो జెర్రీ बोलके गाता. Jerry in Telugu means a small, arthropod. It's a, I don't know, you can call it an insect, yeah, maybe. So it's a small, creature which can have a nasty sting. And maid, it is miad. For our convenience, we'll call it a maid. So maid means naukrani or panimanshi. And what is the meaning? Sorrowful song. You have broken the word into two components and you have taken the meaning. Take the meaning, take the components, and blend all this and make a stupid story. I repeat, a stupid, preposterous, preposterous. Preposterous means absurd, ridiculous. Make a ridiculous, preposterous story. The reason is simple. If it is ridiculous and stupid, you will remember it. There is one important law of human memory. We tend to remember things which are stupid, things which are ridiculous, or things which are significant, traumatic. Well, there are some reasons why we remember things, and one of the important things which ensures retention is that something is stupid. So make it stupid, ridiculous, and the next thing is, once you do this, you try visualizing the scene for the fraction of a second. See it in your mind's eye. You heard that old saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. You see this silly picture in your mind. Close your eyes. Think of a jerry, ఒక జరిపోతు వస్తుంది, and maid పని మనిషి పని చేస్తుంది. The maid is working and the jerry stings her, కుట్టుతుంది. Then the పని మనిషి గట్టిగా కేకలు పెడుతూ ఏడుస్తూ పాట పాడింది. రోతే हुए गाना गाना शुरू कर दिया उसने. So Jeremiad, if you remember this for the rest of your life, you will be reminded of this stupid story and you will be reminded of the meaning. Right? Is that very clear? Now, this takes a lot of practice. Now, the first thing in your mind, you might be thinking, is this possible for all words? Yeah, that's a good question. It is possible for all words. Nothing is impossible, my dear friends. You will find that some words can be broken up very easily and some are difficult to break up. With those which are difficult to break up, I suggest a simple remedy. You don't have to break the whole word. You break a part of the word. The part of the word that you break can be blended with the meaning, and you will be surprised. You may doubt that you may be able to remember it, but that's the beauty of your subconscious. Your subconscious is such a powerful computer. When you come across this word again, your subconscious will supply the meaning, in spite of the fact that you have not broken it completely. And then you can employ your mother tongue, use Telugu, Hindi, any other language. Of course, this is a disadvantage for Americans and Englishmen. People who speak only one language, that is English, may not find my method very useful because, they too can break it in their own way using their English. But then we are definitely better off because we are multilingual. We are polyglots in a way. Polyglot. Polyglot means a multilinguist. So there it is, my friends. Now let's go into another example. Now let's look at coracle. 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 Coracle means a round boat, a round circular boat. At the first look, in fact, it happened to me. I came across this word some time back, maybe 3-4 years back, and I looked at the meaning. I said, fine, okay. Couple of days later, when I look at the word again, it's out of my mind. I scratch my head, I bang my head, I can't get it. It's lost. So that day I decided I'll put this permanently in my mind. I broke that word up into Kora, C-O-R-A, Kora. Kora in Telugu means tusk, T-U-S-K, Koralu. Or you can call it Kuralu. Kuralu means vegetables. Akul is there, A-C-L-A. I made it into Akulu. Akulu means leaves. So Koralu, Akulu. And what is the meaning? Round boat. So I made up a small story and visualized this. I am going down a river, maybe Krishna river in Srisailam. I am sitting in a teppa, that means a round boat. I am carrying koralu, kuralu and akulu put all around me, and I am happily rowing down the river. Row the boat down the river in a coracle. That's it. Next time I come across coracle, I am reminded of this stupid story, and that leads me to the meaning. Right? So, now another word, tusk, grotesque. You must have heard of grotesque. Grotesque. Grotesque means something that is hideous, ugly, fearful, something very horrible and ugly. So, you can break this word very easily. Grotesque. GROW, grow means to penchukodamu, to grow. Tusk, TESQUE, break it into TUSK. Just imagine for the fraction of a second if we all start growing tusks and horns on our heads. How ridiculous, how hideous, how ugly we would be. So that's how it is, that's the meaning. Take another word, serendipity. SERENDIPITY, serendipity. SERENDIPITY. Serendipity simply means accidental. I broke it up into sir and SIR. I was not particularly fond of mathematics. So I imagine that my sir, mathematics sir, end means end, చచ్చిపోయాడు. పిటి పిఐటివై పాపం ఎక్కడ చచ్చిపోయాడు? యాక్సిడెంట్లో. సెరెండిపిటీ మా సారు లెక్కల సారు యాక్సిడెంట్లో పాపం చచ్చిపోయాడు. సో దట్ ఈస్ హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్, యాక్సిడెంట్. సెరెండిపిటీ మీన్స్ యాక్సిడెంటల్. టేక్ అనదర్ వర్డ్, ఇంప్రిమాటర్. IMPRIMATUR. Imprimatur means approval, permission. Now it's very simple. It looks like this, the word sounds like important matter. So for an important matter, you must take approval. That's it, already sealed. Take one more, Spelunker. SPELUNKER. Spelunker means actually a person who explores caves. గుహల మీద రీసెర్చ్ చేసేవాడు. గుహ, కేవ్. A cavern is a big cave, CAVERN. సో స్పీడ్గా లంకాకి వెళ్ళి, శ్రీలంకకి వెళ్ళి గుహలో దూరిపోయాడు. స్పీలంకర్ మీన్స్ a person quickly, speedily, Lanka got into the cave, started researching. So Spelunker should remind you of this stupid story. You must visualize this. If you don't visualize this, you're gone. This method won't work. And you might find that, you might feel that you look silly doing it. No problem. It's better to look silly now rather than remain silly for the rest of our lives. Insouciant. Look at this word. INSOINSOUSCIANT. Insouciant means not bothered, indifferent, unconcerned. So you break it into in plus shoe, SOUS, make it into shoe. C means చూడడము, ant అంటే చీమ, చీటి. Imagine yourself, close your eyes and you're thinking, కళ్ళు మూసుకున్నావు, in your shoes you are seeing lot of ants coming out, but still you're not bothered. You're putting your feet in there and you're tying up your shoes and the ants are stinging. Now it's stinging and that will make you remember. And the ants are stinging and you are going for a happy evening walk, a promenade. PROMENAD. Promenade means an evening walk or a walk. Next, juggernaut. 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 Juggernaut is easy to remember. Now we are going into the story of Juggernaut. So this is one way also. You can, if you go into the story, you can remember. But then that's a lengthy process. Anyway, Juggernaut, you must have heard of the temple in Puri. Puri Jagannath. That's a Krishna temple. In fact, every year there is a Rath Yatra, and the Rath, the chariot, once it is pulled, it does not stop. It's a huge chariot. And so the Englishmen who were there at that time in India called it they couldn't pronounce the word Jagannath. They said Jagannath, and finally it became Juggernaut. And then Juggernaut therefore means a powerful, unstoppable force, a powerful, unstoppable force that will crush anything in its path. The Australian juggernaut, the cricket team was like a juggernaut. It ran over everybody in the last World Cup, right? Juggernaut. Gambol, take another word, Gambol. Gambol means run around, frisk, jump about merrily. Gambol, gambol, which means gay or light-hearted recreational activity for diversion or amusement, play or romp around. Synonyms for gambol can be caper, 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 cavort, 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 disport, disport, frisk, frisk, frolic, frolic, lark, lark, larking about, that means playing pranks and jumping about. Rollick, rollick, rollicking, rollicking about. Romping, romp, romping around means generally jumping around and having fun. Rollick also means play or romp around. So these are all the synonyms. A romp can also mean an easy victory. Australia romped home with the World Cup. To romp home means to manage an easy victory. A romp also means a girl who behaves in a very boyish manner, a tomboy, Tomboy. Romping therefore means gay or light-hearted recreational activity for diversion or amusement and generally jumping around, frisking around. Now you take gambol, GMBL, very simple, game, GME, ball. Somebody says, get me a ball, we'll play a game, he's jumping around. Restive is the next word, restive. restive. Restive means restless. Now there's a person who is constantly saying, restive. He is very tired. Restive atan ledani, restive antadu. Enduku? Restless ga unnadu vadu. That's it. A person who is very restive, he is restless. We'll conclude this track here and pick up later on.